Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Jack Christie Show. Now, apologies for the reverb and apologies for the riffing throughout all of this, but this is a test run, this is a pilot, this is a study in pink for any of the Sherlock Holmes fans. I've been really affected over the last 2 weeks since the Charlie Kirk assassination and murder. And I didn't know why, so I started to write out my thoughts, and I started Substack from this. So you'll find on links on this at some point, the reflections of me, how I processed, why did it affect me so much, why did I care so much. One of the reasons was that he was 31 years old, and I'm 31 as well. And it got me thinking as to how much he'd achieved in his life, but not in a sense of achievement, but just in terms of the amount of responsibility and also vibe and what he'd managed to do with his life to this date, and comparing it to myself. And it got me thinking, like, who am I? What have I managed to achieve? Well, one, I'm a musician, if some of you are closer to me know. I did conducting at university for a bit. My thesis was on leadership, but I've also got passions in a wide variety of things. Golf, education, being a music teacher, travel, love to travel, love my football, love keeping up to date with sort of politics. I'm into my faith and understanding that and journeying through what that is, but also just more importantly, events. And one of the biggest things that Charlie managed to do well, I felt, was that he was willing and able to have conversations. He wanted to bring people together. And one of the videos that I saw recently was him talking about where if we stop talking with opposite people, that ends in violence. Well, there's the evidence right there with what happened to him, unfortunately. And previously, I've tried to do this, to try and achieve things, try to be something, try to be someone. And the one person I hadn't actually consulted was actually myself. What do I want to talk about? What am I interested in? Well, I've just sort of spoken about those things already. So a little bit of a reframe, it got me to think about, like, what do I want to do? And also tying in another idea of something, I saw a video of entrepreneur Simon Squibb. And he talks about when you're at school, there's this question that teachers ask continuously, and society sort of pushes this on all of us when we're younger, of like, what do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What do you want to be when you're older? And he said it was a stupid question. Try and say silly and stupid at the same time. A stupid question, because nobody has any idea what they want to do when they're younger. They don't even know who they are. So why ask that question? And he said one of the bigger questions, or a more important question would be, or a better question would be, is what problem do you see in the world that you'd like to fix? And that got me thinking. And that got me starting thinking about this Charlie Kirk thing, writing essays. So what am I interested in focusing on? Well, problems. I see problems in the education system that I'm passionate about. I see problems within the music industry. I see problems in the politics. I see problems in a whole different variety of things. And I've had various business ideas, various creative ideas that I would want to share and express, and not had the community around me. But the fundamental one at this moment in time is I look at America and their political landscape, and well, with the thing with Charlie Kirk is it's broken. They are in a tough spot. And at the moment, everybody looks to America for economy, guidance. What are they going to do? And it's almost how what they do will respond accordingly to that. And the thing is, it never used to be that. It used to be the complete opposite. They actually looked, within our special relationship, they looked to Britain for guidance. Let's be honest, we ran them before they took over and had their little independence and revolution and this, that and everything. Sorry Americans, I do love you. But, us Brits, we used to rule the world. And there's this sort of sense of shame, particularly towards English, and being a Scotsman, I revel in that. But on a serious note, there's this feeling that we've lost our identity as Brits. And it's commentated on a lot of the sort of red pill spheres or conservatives commentariats. Oh, I love the fact that I put in commentariats all in there. Thank you very much, Andrew Neil. But yeah, these sort of right-wing political podcasts, and it's Britain is broken. Even there was the comedian Al Murray, Britain is broken Britain, as he would say. And more to the point, I've done a lot about our history, particularly with Scotland, and realised that yes, we invented the world, or the modern world I should say, with lots of things. Tyres, Adam Smith, the economy, David Hume with the Scottish Enlightenment, Burns with his poetry, and not to mention tons of medical experiments and investigations and inventions and technologies. Scotland was the level head, is what I'm seeing, in my view, of what Britain was and used to be. Even up to as recent as, well, big political commentators. We have Andrew Neil, Andrew Marr, Andrew Doyle, must be about something about that, Andrew. Is it Andrew or is it Patrick? Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's in The Spectator. Michael Gove. And then, well, more recently, we've had two Scottish Prime Ministers. We've had Tony Blair and Gordon Brown. Absolute heavyweights in the political class of our country and history. And ever since that, it's just sort of went the wayside. Now, I could blame a lot of things, and I can see a lot of problems, but it takes me back to the Simon Squibb comment, was, what problems would you like to fix? Well, taking influence from Charlie Kirk, taking influence from the current political landscape at this moment in time, what needs to fix is the country. And well, I like being a Scotsman, I like being me, and one of the best things that I would love to have is a better system and a better country, and how it functions, whether it be in all the interests that I have. Education system, medical system, which my family have a history in, a whole raft of things I would be interested in. And then it clicked. That's what I need to talk about. I want to talk about over the next few weeks, and let's see what happens with this, maybe it might even every few days. I want to talk about the things that we need to fix in this country. And at this moment in time, my firm belief, or it's becoming a firm belief, is if we fix Scotland, we fix the UK, or we start to fix the UK, it's a ripple effect across the world. When I was growing up, taking education as an example, Scotland was one of the best education systems in the whole world. Now, since I've left school, it has plummeted in all levels of literacy, numeracy, science-based, academic attainment. So I'm going to start talking about that over the next few weeks. Now, am I scared? 100% yes. I'm scared of uploading this and seeing what happens. But that's the truth I've got at the moment in time. And where you look at the news, they think they have the truth. When you look at Trump and the American political landscape, they say that they speak the truth. You look at our government, I have no idea where the truth is there at the moment. Scottish independence people just come out and go, they're bad, so we want independence. There's not really any feeling of anything getting fixed. So, my show will be hopefully trying to fix things. And it's going to be fixing things for the betterment of where I live, which is Dundee, the city, betterment of Scotland, the country I live in, Britain or the UK, and hopefully that would influence it. I want to research things, I want to talk things with people, and who knows, we'll see what happens. But let's get fixing things, because that's my dream, to live in a better world. So thank you very much for listening, and we will see you in the next video. Cheers! I can't believe I actually riffed that all in a winner. I'm so chuffed.